helpful. Alright, we know we got some hung up over here because the damn rack don't move. So it looks like these two to start with. So, boy, I'm like out of breath now. Let's start there. So we'll just go ahead and crack them all real quick. Pretty pumped. I'm not seeing anything wrong with these valve covers. This stuff is like super clean, so kind of looks like somebody put I think somebody's put rockers on it. Those say reliable reman, so I don't know if somebody's done the heads or what the case may be, but every injector rocker on this side has been replaced. I'm assuming the other side's the same way. I mean, this, I don't know. I don't really have engine history on this thing, so I don't know if it's ever been in-framed. I'm not real sure what the story is on it as far as that shit goes. These are 3/4. Need a 3/4 socket. We'll pop this off. And I think, which way are we gonna go? We're gonna go that way. So get this, come here like this, and then if you grab these, they'll pop over, cam over, that's what you want. Put your bolt back in your trunnion, put it back in here, send it home. It's just got to be finger tight. I like to take these and set them in their correct position over on this cylinder, the next cylinder, so they don't, nothing happens to them. Them things are pretty fragile and you don't want to tear them up. Okay, so now we got our injectors lines off. We're all clear. We'll spray out our injector same as before. Oh yeah, just beautiful. Okay. Like I said, we'll go in with the penetrant there. That's what we want. Almost out of freol. All right, so this injector's stuck down. I don't know how far down. Now it's down all the way. You can hear the tone change. So now we have to put our vice grips on it. Like so. Take your bar, go up what you're doing. Let me see. Shit. Let me see if I can get you guys. Actually, I got a great idea. Hang on a second, let me get you a better angle. I just thought of something. All right, so I haven't touched anything other than the camera. Let's see if we can get you some light. Make any difference? A little bit, not a ton. It's better than no light, right? I'm sure somebody will complain about it. Okay. So now you can see we got our vice grips on our bottom down injector. We're gonna take our bar, put it through here and up on that, where it rested on that nut or on that bolt head, and then just pry up. You can see it coming there, just like that. Pop your vice grips back off. Done. So now what I like to do is I'll fill the injector back up with penetrant like that, and then hit it a few more times until you feel the plunger. It'll be hard when you hit it. Right there, you can feel it. And what that means is you're actually producing pressure inside the injector, and it's actually physically squirting that penetrant into the cylinder. So you know that the penetrant has successfully lubricated everything inside the injector. So then we pull our trunnion back off, pop our bridges, slide them back on. I just like to give them a little wiggle, make sure they feel okay, they're loose, everything's good, perfect. Cam our injectors back over, or our rockers rather, like that. Set our trunnion, pop the bolt, just like so. Now the reason I changed this procedure a little bit is because when I was doing that bus, I figured it out. And this is a lot easier in a low clearance area. So I just run them down snug with the gun. They are 100 foot-pounds, anywhere 95 to 99 foot-pounds on these. Like I said, it's 3/4. If you do decide you're not comfortable doing it this way, which this is a lot better way, you're not going to damage the injector, and you have no chance of damaging the injector this way, in my opinion. I don't recommend pulling the injectors out, but if you do pull the injectors out, it's a 9/16 bolt on the back side there is all that holds it in. It's 25 foot-pounds. That is the most critical torque spec on the engine. So we'll do, moving right along, we'll do same thing. Slider, popper. Oh man, there's even still oil in there. Impressive. Run our trunnion down like so. Pop these out. We'll put them over here. Get that injector line out of there. Right away. 1, 2. Okay, and then what we're gonna do, same deal. We're gonna hit it. Gotta spray it out first. I didn't spray it. It doesn't matter which end you start with. It doesn't, because you're gonna spray them both. So look at the fuel, dude. It's just yellow, filthy. The fuel in this truck smells terrible, but we're gonna run it. Spray it till it runs clear, and then hit it with your penetrant. I've never been sponsored by anybody, but I'll tell you, if there's one company on the planet I would want to be sponsored by, it's Freol right there, man. I buy this shit by the case, and it's just absolutely the best, absolute best lubricant on the planet as far as I'm concerned. All right, so then we'll just give her a tap, and you hear it bottom. So we do need to do the vice grip. Sometimes you'll get lucky and it'll just free up if you pound on it. Ugh. But it's a lot easier if you pound on it first, like pound it all the way down, than it is to just come in with the bar. That hammering motion really does a lot to kind of Ooh, free up what you got going on. Let's see if I can do this without pounding the damn. That one's stuck, man. Really stuck. Boys, I am giving her all the way. Let's do something else. Let's pull the trunnion out and let's try this. What I'm gonna do, I've done this before too, is we're gonna take the injector or the bolt and run a bolt all the way down. See how much lower that is. Well, maybe I can get a, yeah. What you can't see is me absolutely ramming on the side of this bar. Wow. Holy shit, boys. Wow. That was the worst one I've had. Oh. Sure gonna be sticky. That's okay, we'll give her another go. That worked mint though. So if you get into a jam, that's good that we ended up doing this video because really depends on how long these things sit. There she goes. Yeah, it's gonna be better. And this has been sitting forever. Forever, fellas. So let's give her another flush. Oh yeah, shmoo. This stuff's great for your hands. Perfect. Bingo. And there's got to be another one stuck here somewhere that I can't see because my rack ain't free. Not that one. Not that one. None of them. What the shit? Unless it's this one. That'll make me upset. It's gotta be this one. Yep. Son of a bitch. Alright, well, we'll get that one next. Don't never fear, boys. Okay, so this one's free. Wow, that was the worst one. Perfect. Oh, right. Like I said, it's going to be easiest, and you're going to have your most and best leverage with the injector in the truck. I've seen a lot of guys pound on the finger that goes out to the rack to try to, oops, I'm talking and not paying attention. So you don't ever want to pound on that finger. You don't want to be pulling, don't pull the injector out, put it in a vise and beat on that, because you're going to break it or you're going to do damage to it. And we don't want that. Perfect. Okay. Okay, one more to do, but we're gonna button this side back up. These injector lines, the torque spec is 10 foot-pounds on these things. I do not use a torque wrench on these. I have an uncanny feel for these, because this is all I do is work on junk. So if you're gonna torque them, you need to use a special tool. I'll show you what I'm talking about and why. But what happens if you over torque them is it cracks the sealing surface where they seal on the injector and the nut coming out of the head. So the special tool, I got one here. It's all I use for these because I just like it. It gets it up out of the way. But this is the special tool, and it goes around and it centers your socket with the nut, so that if you were to put a torque wrench on, it's accurate. If you use like a crow's foot or something on here, you're essentially using the crow's foot as a lever, and you change your actual applied torque. So you put 10 foot-pounds on it, and it applies more than that because it acts as a lever. So you don't want to do that. Just a little tip. So we're all good here. I'm gonna button this girl back up. This is where I'm gonna leave you. If it doesn't move, I'm gonna be upset because I already did the other side. Oh yeah. Oh. One of them's sticky. I got something sticky. This should be buttery smooth, boys. You know what? That's fine. It's the actual rack doesn't want to move. Okay, well, we found our issue. I've already freed these. There was 1, 2, 3, 4 stuck injectors. Something must be bound up. I got nothing. Doesn't want to move at all. Let's see what we can come up with. That one's fine. 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 It's got to be one of these. Fine. Fine. Why? Well, why? Trying. There she goes. Now it's coming. See? Must have just been a little film in one of them hanging her up, but it was definitely on this side, so it was probably one of these back ones here hanging it. That's what you want. That is how it's supposed to work, boys. It's supposed to be super springy. Yes, it springs back to full fuel, and that's because right now we have the fuel lever. The shutdown is pushed in, so the engine, when it shuts off, goes to full fuel. Unless you pull out the shutdown, that brings the rack to no fuel. So for the rest of you guys, this is going to be the end of the fuel injector video, and we're going to go in the house and I'll show you the breakdown of an injector and why they hang. Well, boys, so welcome to the office. Like I said, I'm going to go through a little bit about that injector, and I told you I had a breakdown, so I thought I'd bring you in here, show you around, and some of my memorabilia that we got kicking around. Of course, that's the junk. Lots of cool stuff. Got the old lamp here. I just picked these up. I got every issue from 69 through 84. But this thing's pretty cool. Let's see if I can find the cord for it. There she is. Gotta have it. So anyway, none of this was really the purpose of coming in here. What I wanted to show you is over here. So here is that injector kit I was talking about. We got out of the other room. Better light out here, so it's a little easier to see it. This is what, if you watch, when you push the plunger down, you can see that whole thing move through the body of the injector. And that helix is directly connected to the injector finger. So you can see it turn, see it down here. That's full fuel. That's no fuel. So now this seizes in this bushing here when the fuel comes up, and that's what prevents this from moving. So you need to free it up. That's why I say you don't want to pound on this. This shit's all super delicate in here. You don't want to pound on the finger. You can hit up here. That's a hardened part. You can hit up there, and it's all in case. It's not going to go anywhere. You're not going to hurt it. But so that's how the injector works on the inside and why it seizes up. And you can see there's a flat machined out of that, and that's how it's keyed to the gear. It still allows it to slide. Like so. But that's how those two parts interact. So you don't ever want to pound on a finger. You want to hit your plunger and then pull the plunger back up with the vice grips like I showed you. And then this will show you how the fuel flows through the injector body. So you can see, comes down through the filter into the injector. Now all the points here, that gives you a diagram of the thing, but all the points here are detailed in the pamphlet that comes with the thing. It's pretty sick. But anyway, I thought you guys would like to see that and learn a little bit more about how an injector works. So, hope this video was helpful. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more. I'm always doing this stuff, so thanks for watching.